Speaking to me now is Cardiff's RASHID OMAR. Tell us about yourself, mate. I got to be honest, I don't know much about you.
My name's RASHID OMAR. I've just turned pro now. I've had like 70 amateur fights, won like 2 Welsh titles, won a silver medal out in Africa, the African Games, and I've just turned pro now. I want to try and see if I can do anything in a pro game. So I think I can win some titles, definitely a Welsh title, hopefully British. So I got my debut on the 14th of March now. I can't wait for it, looking forward.
So what gym did you box in as an amateur?
So Prince Wales as a kid, and I was in spot training then, like for a good 10 years. I had like 40 fights out of spot.
So what was it about amateur boxing that you enjoyed, and obviously you made you go to the gym and obviously stay there for a long time?
I just loved the training, and I think I just liked the fighting. That's it.
So obviously I'm guessing not many people have watched you box before, even though I guess if you've boxed 70 fights there's probably stuff on YouTube, I'd have thought. Yeah. But for people perhaps watching this interview who've never watched you in the ring, how would you describe your boxing style?
Well, I think I can do a bit of all. Like I can box, I can counter punch, I can have a fight. Like I've got a few stoppages on my record, a couple of knockouts. So like I ain't afraid. I like to let it go.
So what were the best guys you boxed as an amateur boxer? Any names you'd recognise? Yeah,
I boxed Ciaran, Billy Edwards, Jamie Evans. I've boxed some good amateurs, especially like over the last few years. And like in my last fight, I represented Somalia, like out in Africa, like trying to qualify for the Olympics. And I fought the guy from Cameroon. He was gold medal in the Commonwealth Games last year, and I beat him by stoppage in the second round. So that's probably my best win as an amateur, I'd say.
So what was it like boxing in, was it the Africa Cup? Or So what was it like boxing in the Africa Games?
It was amazing. I've never been in a big tournament like that. It's my first time. I really enjoyed it.
So how did that differ to other tournaments you've been in, or the Welsh seniors? Or
I've been in the Welsh a few times. Like that was my first international tournament. Like so, it was an eye opener for me. So I know like what I got to be like now, like to keep up with these guys.
So you mentioned turning pro. Was turning pro just the next step for you, the next progression?
I always wanted to turn pro, but I've had a few problems outside the ring. I've always wanted to turn pro. I've had a few problems outside the ring, and not long come back off a bad injury. But I'm fit and ready to go now.
So, what do you think are the main areas you'll need to work on or change when you make the progression from amateur boxing to pro boxing?
I know I need to like work on my fitness. I know that. Like my it's got much better. Like I'm living a lifestyle. Like my fitness is picking up, but I don't know. I think I let a bit too much anger out in the ring. So like I think I tire myself a bit too easy when I'm trying to look for the knockout all the time. So I'm just trying to like pace myself and box a bit better, and it's starting to come along good. Feeling much better.
And you're training here in St Joseph's in Newport with Tony Borg. It's a really good gym with lots of good boxers, British champions, European champions, world champions, Welsh champions. What's it like training with all those guys?
Oh, it's brilliant. I'm taking some beatings. Like as you can see, I got a nice shiner coming up now from Robbie Verwin, the Bridgend bomber.
Yeah. So what's it like training in the gym with those type of guys?
Yeah, it is good. I'm learning loads off them. Like lots of experience. Like sparring with likes of Selby and Gavin Gwynn and Robbie and Lance. There's a few guys that we're all the same weight, and it's good names up here. That's why I chose to train up here.
What's the main difference between training as an amateur and training as a pro? Is there any obvious differences, do you think?
Well, it's just, when you have to do as an amateur, it's like, it's more time a hobby. Like, no, it's full time, like, no mess around. I've got to be all in, like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And I've watched some of the training you're in St Joe's, not necessarily today, but other times, and the trainers have been fairly brutal. Yeah. And even guys I know have been good amateurs have struggled with the fitness levels of the pros.
Yeah. That's definitely a big key up here. Yeah. The fitness. Tony has us running up down the stairs, content for like 9 minutes straight. Your legs are like breed walks by the time you leave you.
So I think you mentioned at the start of the interview you're boxing on the 14th of March. Is that correct?
14th of March. I'm in the Vale, Cardiff on the MTK show. I can't wait. I'm looking forward. Hopefully to get a knockout.
Of course, one thing that's very important for young boxers like yourself is selling tickets. Basically, that's how you get on shows. Yeah. So if there's anyone watching this interview, how do they contact you to get a ticket?
Contact me on Instagram. My phone number's on Instagram. My friend Scott Tolley, he's handling tickets for me. So just give me a shout, and I'll get him sent over to you anytime.
And have you any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Not yet. I'm looking for some sponsors, so hopefully I'll have some in the next couple of weeks.
So there we are. If anyone wants to sponsor this young gentleman on his journey to becoming a pro boxer, get in contact on all your social media.
Thank you very much.
And okay, thanks for the interview, mate. And look forward to watching you box on the 14th. And good luck in your pro career. Cheers, mate. Thanks.